Good morning, Miss. I'm presenting about my individual assignment 2. My name is Lim Yang. Our individual assignment 2 is talking about Dunning-Kruger effect, which is correlated to our case study. So we will use Dunning-Kruger effect to discuss about our case study, which involves two individuals, which is Brad and Sally. So basically, what is Dunning-Kruger effect? Dunning-Kruger effect is cognitive bias in which people tend to overestimate or underestimate their knowledge and ability in a specific area due to lack of self-awareness. So we analyze the first individual, Brad. So this is specifically true for Brad because he overvalues his performance and ability and he is not aware about it. For example, Brad promised good grades, but he failed to achieve, and he overvalued himself as outstanding in the organization. But his performance in the organization is not satisfying, and he tends to struggle with simple tasks which his peers tend to think is easy. Furthermore, he has a habit of blaming others for his own mistakes, which he is not aware about his own mistakes. Thus, we can obviously find that Brad has lack of insight over his incompetence, and this leads him to conduct an inaccurate judgment over his performance and ability. Furthermore, he is being difficult to persuade not doing unsuited tasks because he's not aware about his ability. So, although people persuade him not to do something that is difficult, but his enthusiasm and his lack of self-insight cause him to believe that he can perform well. So the study believes that Brad is identified as having Dunning-Kruger's ideas. So in Sally's case, on the other hand, in Sally's case, she is totally opposite of Brad. She underestimates her own ability and performance. She is modest about her ability and she tends to give credit to her team rather than she take all the credit for herself. She also rated herself as average in self-assessments. However, she underestimates how competent she is in comparison with her peers. She should appreciate herself and believe in her ability. In Dunning-Kruger case, Dunning-Kruger explained that top performers will tend to underestimate how competent they are in comparison with their peers. This is because top performers will be over-optimistic over their peer performance, which causes them unable to recognize how unexceptional they are in their field. So, this idea is correlated to Sally's case, which is not aware about her own ability or competence and causes her to rate herself as average. So, in these problems, we will give suggestion to Sally and Brad to help Brad avoid from laying off and help Sally to get her bonus. So for Brad's case, we need to explain some theories. So first and foremost, poor performers have poorer metacognitive skills and they have little insight over their quality of their performance. So if we help Brad to identify his own potential rather than the one he perceived, he will be able to improve. So we will help him to identify his performance by comparing his performance with other peers, and we will provide example to correct his perceived aptitudes, like the case where he promised to achieve a H1 grade in his degree. These feedbacks will definitely increase Brad's understanding over his own incompetence. And after some lectures, I will provide motivation to motivate him that we appreciate his enthusiasm and knowledge about the banking system. So we also suggest him to do some training to improve his logical thinking. Therefore, he will be more realistic about his ability and he will perform better in his career. For Sally's case, she have erroneous impression of both their own both her own objective and her peers' ability. So we will have a verbal talk, personal verbal talk, appraise her performance, accredit her performance with accredit her performance. She is being highly assured by the management. This will help her to boost her self-esteem, self-confidence, and we will further provide examples how well she done in the company. For example, she creates an autonomy team which shapes the team members to be morale and have high job satisfaction. In addition, we will help her to compare her performance with her peers. We will let her identify her peers' performance. Therefore, she will be able to recognize that she is unexceptional. In Dunning-Kruger findings, exposing the top performers with the performance of their own the same task will help them to recognize their capability. Therefore, Sally will explore her own potential, be more confident, have higher self-esteem, and provide the best performance to the company. That's all from me. Thank you.